The temples of Minnesota. We temple within ourselves, and our temple is birthed where you have deemed it that we be. Autumn passes, and we sense the reverence that dying brings. There was an innocence of spring and exuberance of summer. Winter now lurked beyond, a measure of our perseverance. We had ought to find full meaning of the autumn. Perhaps it was your new Eden, that in it we would walk our days of dying. Your voice is absent here as we remember it, but hark, an echo lingers. The meekness of morning summons us. If it seem all days have a sameness, we have first to die in autumn, that our life spring newly up in a year's half. There is in fall more silence, and not the ominous tone of winter, but of ripeness, of harvest. In part we died, the better to form a pattern of life than to simply cease to be. The enchanter called frost crouches near. The wind is rising, and the air is wild with leaves. In essence, the earth is too much, too complex, as we have tried to live forward with intelligence and neglect the promptings of our spirit. We may wander spring and summer, but in fall we must come home. Old voices ring out, we have been missed. The stories told to us in youth found us in no substance of acceptance. Devils, floods, whales, stories in the midst of which we did not grasp ourselves. The prodigal ashamedly returning. But lo, into his father's arms he flew, whose joy sublime was unmistakable. And may finally we sense reason for an autumn in our life. It is a yielding, a harvest, and a coming home to you. It is a season of peculiar and inexhaustible influence. We had not known what tawny meant in autumn, or of our falling gently to the earth in the season proscribed for us. A wooded walk more pleasurable, the fragrance of burning oak, and the better taste of autumn foods. It seems then autumn prayer will be a rapture. The falling leaves have become the most graceful way of observing the passage of time. Our judgment ripens, our imagination reverently decays. The birds have flown, and we, to state our adamant humanity, stay fixed within our life. We expect to be sad. It drives us to our inner being. There is a cold wintry light which signifies an ending. We are won to it by its mute appeal to sympathy. Our sorrow, when she's here with us, thrives in dark autumn rain, and in the sere look of bare withered branches. She walks the sodden pasture lane. There are new sympathies in her this sorrow, which were somewhere hidden, and surely our remembrances are stunned to life in mimicry of colors, mustard, pumpkin, copper, mocha, and the teal worn of ducks. Must the leaves dive so? They seem anxious, and seek to hug the ground in warm heaps. Nature had saved herself for a grand finale. We are to love the trees until the leaves fall off, then to pray them try again next year. And how they do grow old so beautifully. How full of light and color end their days. And to They could easily have been named flowers. Delicious autumn, it weds the soul, and yet we feel a sharpness, some swift elation, a sense of sadness and departure. There is a turning in the autumnal forest path, and standing there, it had to be. It was the Father, and we so integral to his story of redemption. Amen.